So hello everybody, it's Kev here, Square Ghost, and it's time for the final review of the Riverside Scholars Jie Star Set 89149, ages 6 plus, which I'll come to later, and it's 2,488 pieces. I'm going to quickly start with the manual. I'm not going to fuss over this too much because now there's more to the set than that. If you're a fan of the saturated parts, in other words, it only tells you what goes where. Like that, for instance, it's supposed to show you what goes where. Then you're going to not have any problems with this book. For the likes of me, I don't think it's nowhere near detailed enough. It doesn't show you exactly sometimes where pieces go, and I struggled. Whether that's a personal thing or not, I don't know. And if anybody else bought this set, then you'd have to, if you thought about it and you was watching this, then you could let me know and see if you had the same problems, or whether I'm just incapable of following the instruction book and building it correctly. But I'm going to go now slowly from the start. And we originally built the base plate. No real problems with the base plate. It was a little bit bent, but not bent enough to cancel the building. Everything went on well. You can see the toadstools, the chicken, some nice little bits, and as you can see, it ended out flat with no problems. Lily patterns look good, the flower, the fauna, everything's fine. So then we start to do bases. Bases went okay, no problems, everything went in okay. I had no problems whatsoever. And then we came to the first massive elephant in the room. Yes, you're looking at it, the waterfall. I built this 3 times from the plans and it didn't come together right. I called my review part of this particular thing, which was number 3 if I remember rightly. I could be wrong, could be 2, but anyway, I called it whitewater rapids rather than waterfall, because it doesn't match up, it doesn't work, and I just did a little bit of jewelry rigging myself and it's good enough for me. Not sparkling, not brill, but it'll do. Terrible plans, terrible looking. As I said to you before again, can't see in some places where they have, like that piece there where you can just, the blue between the white, in their plans it's completely missing, completely open for no apparent reason. Like I say, nothing to me makes sense, so that was a no-no. We then went across and then we started to build across here, this section, and across. That was okay. A little bit flimsy in parts where it would fall apart. Clutch power, and really not so much clutch power, but like if you're only standing on one little stud per corner, touch it, same again with here, everything falls down. I wasn't impressed. The little bits inside, absolutely really good. Sorry for poor lighting, still working on it, but you can just about see the shelves and the tables. I had a mega problem with one of the shelves, which was that one. Come to the next level where it only fitted together down there. This entire side inside is free floating, so everything falls apart. You're all right once you get it in. Pain in the bum, total and utter pain in the bum. Wasn't impressed, but you build on. Sides went together okay again. Then we come to this decorative parts here. Now the first part looks all right, no problems with that, and maybe even the second part you can just about get away with it, as I call it. Not exactly right. But when we come to other parts, which I will in a minute, you'll see the difference and I'll explain why. The roof part, while I'm at it here, went together okay. Nice and colourful. No problems. It's seated all right. Trying to get things to level out. I believe this, a lot of the problems with this set, and I'll come to more in a minute, all the problems I think in this set is down to Jie Star's bricks. They're certainly not Go bricks, they're certainly not Lego, and I don't know if they've actually followed the plans of Haswazi's original plans. This is a stolen mark. You've all heard me say that enough times now, and I don't condone that practice at all. But now, it was a disappointing build, another disappointment. Then we got to this part here, and you can see, as I did in the review, it's not level, it doesn't balance. Again, I've double checked, I've treble checked the plans. People thinking out there, this guy is an idiot. Well, I am an idiot, but I'm telling you, it doesn't marry up. And I haven't got the patience all the time to fiddle about with these sets. I've got way too much to build. And that was that. Now coming to these things here, dreadful. The actual bar that you can just about see that they connect to is a plastic piece of wire with a hole in the middle. It's not solid, it's bendy, and of course when you put things on it, it bends. Not solid. Same with the bottom one. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Not impressed at all. Really poor. Again, I'm going to go for Jie Star parts not being good enough. I'm going to carry on before I have a little meltdown. The little building here was a good little build, no problems. Like I say, the legs were a little bit flimsy putting it on, but other than that, the actual build, the building looks nice, colours are nice, no probs. And then we're going to come to the roof. It looks shabby, and by God, it is shabby. The colours look nice. The build of the chimney was fine. The build of this, it doesn't sit. You can see the actual studs. And this is not because I'm too idle. It is if you press down, either these bricks pop out or the sides come off. If you're lucky enough not to get the sides off, then the four side cylindrical, whatever you want to call them, graffiti, pipes, tubes, they fall off as well. Absolutely dreadful. And you can see it's not in line. Again, I know you can only take my word for it, anybody who's watching it. I checked and double checked and treble checked the plans. Rubbish. Total and utter rubbish. I'm not impressed. Jie Star, not good. We then went to the second tower, as I call it. Went to bed there. A lot easier at the bottom. No problems really. Everything held together nicely. Nice little bit of greebling. The colours look good. The windows held tack. The actual bottom plate went on a lot better than that one over there. And that was that. But then with the roof we had exactly the same problem. If you push too hard, the sides come off, or the brown tubing, whatever you want to call it, decorative pipes, they fall off. I'm even surprised at the fan itself, and the fan itself does go around. I'm surprised that stays together, but it does. So that is that. I like the telescope. I like the printed brick. I think that is nice. So everything okay there. As a whole, the entire middle to top section of this build is dreadful. Way worse than the Star Revenge set. There, towards the end, it was just a matter of touch it and it fell apart. Here, it's exactly the same, but at least on that book, on the previous build, it was level playing field. Everything was okay and nice. Saying that, it wasn't Jie Star, as you know, it was real bricks. And that really is it. If it was me advising you, do I think you should buy it? The answer is no. If you really wanted to buy it, I would say go to wherever, Bricklink, and see if you can find out Haswaz's plans, and then maybe, I don't know, Go Bricks or Lego if you can afford it to build it. That would be the way to do it. The next thing was like an unofficial bag 10 with the 4 minifigures in, which I showed you in the previous little thing. Easy builds, no problems. Arms and hands went in perfectly well. Back's okay. As you can see, a couple holding the books, one fishing rod, you know, and the guy in the middle actually with not a lot on his hands. So that is that. But I did mention at the end of the last review for bag 10 that I hadn't said there was a massive elephant in the room, which I'd stated all the way back in the original introduction, and I'm going to basically come to it now, and it's about lighting. Yes, I don't know if you can see it. There are a few lighting bricks. The lights are stuck to the 1x4s. USB battery pack, or it plugs into your computer and the lights light up and away you go. Amazing, they work, I've checked them. Here's the thing. There's no mention of these lights or this light pack, battery pack in this book whatsoever. It doesn't. No wonder I'm stuttering. There is no mention. It doesn't say there is one, let alone where to put them. So it's absolutely pathetic. I'm a little bit gobsmacked by this, you know. I can't actually see the point of putting the battery pack in, you know, if you're not going to use it. Whether I will just stick them in the bottom sometime and see if it lights up okay, I doubt it very much, because I cannot see the point. I've done this really just for fun, and all I've basically done is push the lights into the back just to see what it would look like, and it says it all really, doesn't it? What a total and utter disappointment. It could have been so much better. You know, you can see glimpses of how good it could have been, and it's not. So I just thought I'd show you that. This is Square Ghost, not making it up. Kev, very disappointed. See you on the next one. I'm disappointed with this set from, not from the start, but the last 2/3. Very disappointing. Half of me wanted to just scrap it and actually throw it in the bin, if I'm absolutely honest and truthful. I couldn't do that to you, and I couldn't do it to me, so I continued the build to do it as best as I possibly could. It is what it is. I will say again, if it was me looking, if I was seeing this review, I wouldn't be buying this set from Jie Star. No matter how cheap it is, it's not worth it. It really isn't. There's nice decoration, don't get me wrong, it looks good. If it was up in one piece, I'd give the nod and I'd say, yeah, absolutely. You can see it looks nice. It does look nice in places, you know. I love the little telescope and the little blocks. Some nice little additions, you know, but the rest of the build does not, it's not worth it. It really, really isn't worth it. And with that, that is the end of my review. I'm not the best reviewer in the world. I'm not making excuses. I'm just disappointed with this set. And I am so looking forward to a build where I have no problems and I can just sit back and enjoy it, just like I did with the Snow White Cottage, which was lovely, relaxing. The last two builds have, especially this one, has been stressful, and I don't want any more stress. If you like what I've done, if you like what I'm saying, I'm just trying to be straight, by the way. You know, these are only my views. I'm only expressing myself and the experiences that I've had in this build. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't be frightened to comment. You know, I look forward to comments. And, you know, if you think I'm rubbish, I don't want you putting a thumbs down, but at least give me, you know, creative bad feedback, you know. Tell me why so I can put it right. And like I say, we've got a big journey coming up. We've got big mocks coming up. The next set, I'm not exactly going to tell you what it is yet, but it's just a little set, a little fun set, in fact. Anybody who's eagle-eyed might have seen the box in the background. I'm not going to say any more than that, and I'm not certainly going to point it out yet. Thank you again for anybody who's watched this far. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow me on this journey. You know, the more the merrier. And I know in the future, I hope I'm going to get a lot better and stop waffling on. This is Kev, hoping you've liked what you've seen. Square Ghost. See you on the flip side.